Hi, it's Joey, and today we're watching Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, Episode 9, Escape from Planet Klongo. So we're changing genres to a sci-fi. Here for it. No, I love the show. This is the penultimate episode, so I'm kind of stressed. Dramatic things can happen, can unravel, we can get more clues, but often with this show, we're not going to actually know anything definitively until the next episode. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go.
Project Ronkonkoma. Of course I can wrestle up a team.
Oh,
But sometimes
yeah.
you meet a person never saw coming.
Jeez. Oh. You ever stunted before?
Was that him?
We heard Saz was beefing with her protege. Might that be you, Glenn Stupins?
And sure, whatever happened on Project Ronkonkoma?
Stop it. These are not going to convince her to let you in.
Lure him out of his coma.
You thought the smell of beer would rouse him? Oh boy.
Insults. Good luck accusing that of being in bad taste.
And a Ouija
Know
board.
if they work.
So?
She's not letting you in.
Well, the nurse said
To do with all this beer. Saz gave them to me the night she died, but I'm
See,
not.
I was hoping they brought the beer because they've met him and they're like, he loves beer. So, like, it might rouse him. Like, for me, I mean, I don't know what Pepsi Max smells, but, you know, give me a Pepsi Max card. I'm out of my coma. Say Baby Yoda is on your lap. Oh my god, I'm awake now.
Drinking.
And what if I took you out and bought you a non-beer drink to celebrate?
Charles, are you?
The three jackasses who promised to solve Saz's murder.
They're
We're still
working on
doing
it.
Glenn was brought in to replace Saz's protege. The guy fucked up so bad, Saz had to blackball him.
Okay,
So
that's
Saz
true. Tell me more,
ended
tell me
her
more.
protege's career, and then Glenn replaced him.
That's motive to kill both of them.
And now they are both
So
shot.
Glenn was never...
Ron Howard.
Find me a celebrity this season.
I know the name Ron Howard. I'm not a big directors person. Like, I don't know all the names. I know the name Ron Howard. He's a real person, so I feel like that reaction, right? I've probably seen movies Ron Howard's done.
Your first professional fire stunt.
Although we're never seeing who this person
I know we've been
is.
over
Okay,
this.
so the fact that we keep never seeing their face, are they someone we've met? And if so, who on earth would they be? Like the writer? I genuinely, because like we keep not seeing their face. So I'm like, who the fuck is
A
this?
million times. We're gonna make it.
But it could also be someone we've never seen before.
Ready?
Okay, I recognize his
took us
face, I
long
think.
enough, but we
Ron and I are close personal friends.
And you know it's true because he called him Ron.
Have you know our headshots
great. Your pictures know each other. That's incredibly helpful.
devastating? Yes, which I do remember.
You saw Ron Howard's nipples?
Like two little cardinals in the bush.
I'm just with Mabel in so many of these
Just say that
interactions.
story is true. Why don't I just get a call old Tommy Hanks and just get his number? I mean, he's one of my close personal friends, you know, because one time I watched the Polar Express.
Although, speaking of Tom Hanks, we should invite him.
Invite him to what?
I'm gonna go visit someone who can actually help us find Ron Howard. If this lead pans out, maybe I can help you when I come back.
Maybe. We said maybe. There's a Ron Howard's movie that's autobiographical or whatever. It's going to be this Project Klongo or whatever.
Okay, let me take the lead. If I drop my name, Ron Howard will swing that.
They're
velvet
looking for
rope
background
around.
actors.
I think I...
No. Tell him off-menu soup.
Background actors. They're background actors.
Background actors?
Yes?
You were supposed to arrive 10 minutes ago. Move it.
Ah, time. Background.
Have fun with your cousin.
Get your badge.
You did your job, sir.
But I guess it's time for me to change my emergency contact to Loretta. Whole new life. Gives me chills.
Communicate the unspeakable horror using only my teeth.
Not that.
You first.
Yes.
You.
Really keeping us on our toes here.
You.
Small.
You're in.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I feel Mabel's anxiety right
God.
now.
Brazos? You're doing background now? That's so sad. You can be in the movie. It's the game. You're in.
This way.
Well, great, you're in. Head on over to wardrobe and...
She was just terrified in the moment. Because I guess like he won't have like a police escort or like someone on his door or whatever because they think he was an accidental target of whatever happened, right? Isn't that no one thinks he was the target?
Had some friends come here earlier. A couple of married old men and their caretaker. They wanted to ask you about their...
Okay.
Maybe write down the information you want to have and give it to the nurse, please.
Can I... My aesthetic was distinctively not life-size Sour Patch Kid.
And why do we have to wear spandex and Mabel only gets makeup?
Oh, because you guys are a bunch of Klongos and I'm just a girl.
Klongos. I mean, I'm
WANS, whiskey A-listers.
Maybe you need to be a little
naughty
bit
C.
more
What are you doing now?
realistic.
Because I thought you're...
You're back, sweetheart.
It's not Mabel and it's not,
What?
right?
It's you.
Oh dear.
all right. Professional ice losers. Is this getting good enough for you? Oh wait. Oh maybe
We're having a friendship breakdown.
Strip club, and one is gonna show up because you are insufferable.
That was mean at the end.
Who hired the idiots?
Now, if you'd line up, Ron Howard would like to say hi to each of you for your work today before we start rolling.
Of course. Of course.
Making me laugh. I called his people to let them know he was awake, did my rounds.
His
and when I
people.
returned, he-
Though he has ties to the Caputo crime family, officials say they do not suspect foul play at this time.
Who else did you call and tell?
Is that
I was awake?
linked?
Just...
Is the thing on the news about the mob person being missing or whatever relevant? Is it this? Is what they're filming right now actually not a real movie? It's something that's going to be used to fake a mobster's death or something? And so, like, they're killing everyone that knew about it? He died? Or got really burnt? That was mean. Like, yes, he was being a
You're
little
my
bit annoying.
emergency contact.
Definitely expecting too much for this bachelor party with 0 minutes notice, but also I did think Charles had some kind of reaction about Oliver wanting to change his emergency contact.
What?
I never wanted, really, to throw you a bachelor party.
He just wanted to hang
I
out with
just
his
wanted
friend,
to celebrate our friendship.
which you can still do. Just because he's with Loretta doesn't mean you guys don't hang out as well.
We could go to that Chinese place.
Can you give me a hand?
Yeah, I can do that.
Good, I'm glad they patched it up. Is Ron Howard gonna walk in here?
While making eye contact.
What if we went behind our menus?
That could work, yeah.
And it's okay if I don't have a bachelor party this time, too.
But I'm having a best man.
You to be my best man.
Noodles look good.
And if it make you feel better, you can... The Elster!
I didn't know if he was actually gonna be here. I mean, when they came here, I wondered.
It's you! Ollie! It's Ron!
Ron!
And this was a real story.
I love the...
Do you think Mabel would say, the name's Mora?
Of course, are they gonna be inside her house?
I'm Mabel.
And had I solved the case or figured out the stuntman angle sooner,
How
he'd still be
could you have
alive,
figured it
but
out,
he's
sweetheart?
not.
Saying he had something he wanted to show me.
His script?
Suddenly, he reignites.
Know that I say
It's
fuck,
him.
but- Huh? That fucking-
Is that why he does the fake beard and stuff? Because he's kind of in hiding somehow, or?
He stole them right out of my trailer. I had to buy another pair. I can't work without these. They got extra
Yeah.
wheels. Well, here he is.
Let me see. Because Mabel's with him right now, I think.
That kind of looks like...
Yeah, but imagine with a beard.
That's why he has the fake beard and stuff. It's not just
And a
confidence.
dark bowl cut.
Fire out!
Funny,
let's go
when
to
I
the
was
city.
trying to think of who it could be because they weren't showing us his face, I said the writer guy because he was literally the only person with roughly the right build, like the only man that I could think of that was new this season that like we hadn't seen before. So I was like, maybe it's him under the mask.
Cam, and I know I said
Mr.
hi.
We know who the murderer is, and it's not good right now if Mabel figures it out. Oh. Right, so where was the beer from? I can't remember. Did they get the beer from Stubbins? And was Saz actually wrote the Only Murders movie and it's why it's shit now? Oh, good. Am I right in thinking that the season 1 plot holes, the poisoned dog, the notes on the door, the texts, the cameras in the apartments were all the Westies because they were worried that the secret that they helped the euthanasia of, my god, thingamajig. That name they've said so many times this season, my brain is like, I can't remember what it is. Brain fog, CFS, yay. Like, that they were trying to cover that up and to keep their free apartments, but also to cover up that they, didn't do anything when he took his own life, and they covered it up. So they poisoned the dog, and that, like, explains all the season 1 plot holes. Because this dude running around is not a season 1 plot hole, unless I suppose actually there's going to be a 5th and final season, so maybe the murder, the poisoned dog, the watching you notes, the cameras are actually going to end up being plot holes in this season, and they're going to be linked to the final season, because I think they've said it's a 5th and final. So which is it? Because I didn't ever say to. I think it has to be the plot holes of this season that will then be the 5th and final season shenanigans, because otherwise they would have asked the Westies, well, why did you poison my dog? Like, something like that would have been brought up, and it wasn't last episode. Okay, so some of what Sass had written down as well, could that have been to do with the movie? Or was she, I suppose, she was writing the movie, and because she was writing the movie, she was like, oh, there are some plot holes here, because that's how she figured out the plot holes, because she was re-listening to the podcast in order to write the movie. And so when you like rewatch something, especially taking notes on it and being intent, you're more likely to figure out, well, that was never explained and this didn't happen. Aha. And she figured out there was something going on in the West Tower. I don't entirely know how she figured out there was something going on in the West Tower, but she did. And I guess, did she stay in contact with Murder Writer Boy? And so she shared some of this with him, and then he was like, that's a really good script. I have to kill her, and I'll use what she's learned to do it, I guess. Which means right now Mabel's in danger, but he doesn't appear armed or anything, and I do believe in Mabel. And then Oliver and Charles know it's him. They also don't know Mabel's with him, and he also currently has mobile Mabel's phone and laptop. But are we gonna like deal with him and then get the wedding? Because that would be nice if like the season finale is kind of beginning bit get the murderer, end bit nice wedding. Then it frightens me about who the fuck is going to die at the end of the finale, because someone is, and I'm really scared because they've said it's the final season, and those are scary words to hear when people could die. Okay, a very fun episode. One of Oliver's ridiculous tales about knowing somebody was actually true. I really enjoyed that little nugget. I mean, it's kind of Oliver's character that some of these stories will be true, or at least based in truth that he's then exaggerated. Some of them were people he's met, some of them people he's never met, and so I did enjoy that. I love the friendship dynamic between the three of them, and as much as it was sad when they were like arguing, I really enjoyed the kind of vulnerability that we eventually got between Charles and Oliver, where Charles was able to say all of his worries about things and how much he values his friendship, and then Oliver was able to kind of like repeat that back to him in a way. I really did enjoy that. And I'm happy for Oliver that he's going to get married and he's found Loretta and they're happy together. I'm just really scared now about who's going to die in the next episode, and like at this point, we have evidence on Writer Boy, but none that I think would currently stand up in court. So then my thing is the beer. I thought they had just purchased the beer. So where did the beer come from? Right? I need to like go back and rewatch the beginning when they say where they got the beer from, if they did. Like, did they take the beer from Saz's place? Did they take the beer from Stubbins' place? Like, please tell me where the beer came from. I mean, I will be editing this, so if I figure it out, maybe when I'm editing, sometimes I record a little like voiceover thing where I'm like, I figured it out. So if I do figure it out, I will put it here. If I caught it in the edit, Oliver says, Saz gave these to me the night she died. What am I supposed to do with all this beer? I am stupid. Not please tell me, because how did the beer get in the bidet? But no, the pieces coming together. His weird, because like his weird moustache and beard and things were weird from the beginning, and like when it seemed like he was putting them on to seem like his hero and to be confident, it was kind of like, why are you doing that when you're home alone instead of like, or like it just was quite sad and weird. And now it makes more sense because he was kind of assuming a different identity. Cannot wait for it all to get frazzled out. I am really sad for Stubbins. Like, Paul Rudd does not have a good track record on this show of survival. I am sad for Stubbins because he was a weird little man, but he did not deserve to die. And I'm very scared and excited for the finale. Like I'm scared for, obviously, like right now Mabel is alone with a murderer, but I'm also like, I trust Mabel. The guy doesn't appear to like have a gun or a knife or anything currently on him that would be like particularly scary. And she is in the West Tower where there are like several apartments of people who she might be able to go to for help, who do have big knives to slice pig. So like maybe that's gonna like, and then hopefully he'll confess somehow and we'll get it all unraveled. Because otherwise, I don't think we currently have enough to convict him, unless he does try to attack Mabel in some way, and then he can get convicted of that. And then we'll have the wedding, which will hopefully be really nice. And then someone's probably going to get murdered, and that will be much less nice. So yeah, I don't want to wait a week. Thank you. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.